Hercules to Arjuna, Conquering Inner Demons with Stoic and Vedic Courage. Welcome to a journey that spans time, myth, and philosophy. In this video, we follow the footsteps of Hercules and arrows of Arjuna, drawing lessons from their trials to master our own inner adversaries. By the end, you'll have a clear action plan to unleash Stoic resilience and Vedic focus in your daily life. Chapter 1, Muscle and Mind, the Tale of Hercules. In the ancient tales of Greek mythology, Hercules performed 12 impossible labors to redeem himself. Each labor, be it slaying the Nemean lion or capturing the golden hind, was more than a test of physical might. It was a battle against the darkest impulses, pride, fear, and doubt. When he confronted the Nemean lion, a beast whose skin was impervious to mortal weapons, Hercules did not rely solely on brawn. He remembered that a man's greatest strength lies in the discipline of the heart. This ancient example reminds us that external obstacles are merely mirrors reflecting our internal states. The lion's unbreakable hide is like the ego's stubbornness, the golden hind, the fleeting desires that tug us away from purpose. In modern life, the boardroom, the tight deadline, or the endless social media scroll become the lions of our time. A practical way to apply this is the practice of daily labor lists. Write down one task that feels intimidating, sending that email, making that pitch, or simply walking out of the office early enough to sit still for 10 minutes. Treat each task as a labor. Approach it with intention and resilience. Each time you conquer one, you strengthen the muscle of will. You can also incorporate the Stoic principle of preparing for obstacles from Epictetus. Picture before you the challenge, then imagine calmly overcoming it. This mental rehearsal builds psychological fortitude. Conclusion. As Hercules demonstrated, true victory is achieved when we align body, mind, and spirit, turning every challenge into a chance to grow. Call to action. If you found value in this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more lessons drawn from legendary courage. Reflective question. When was the last time you treated a daunting task as a personal labor, and what did you learn from embracing it? Chapter 2, Arjuna's arrow, focus amid chaos. Half a millennium later, on the fields of Kurukshetra, Arjuna, a warrior of unparalleled skill, faced a crisis of faith. When confronted with the choice to fight his own kinsmen, his heart filled with grief, fear, and confusion. The Bhagavad Gita unfolds as his inner dialogue with Lord Krishna, who guides him away from emotional flood and toward purposeful action. Arjuna's fear mirrored the modern entrepreneur stuck in a market crisis or the student paralyzed by an exam. Krishna's advice, know the nature of your duty and act without attachment to outcomes, is timeless. The key lesson is detachment from results while remaining focused on the process. To apply this, adopt a focus buffer in everyday life. Before each workday, identify the one task that drives your mission. Recommit to it through a 5-minute breathing exercise that centers attention and removes the noise of peripheral worries. When emotions arise, label them as temporary clouds that do not govern the wind of action. Another method is the 2-minute journal. At the end of each day, note one action that aligned with your purpose and one that did not. Over time, the pattern becomes clear and your focus tightens like Arjuna's arrow. Conclusion. Arjuna teaches us that the battlefield is often inside us. By staying centered on purpose and releasing undue attachment to outcomes, we navigate chaotic circumstances with calm precision. Call to action. If you resonated with Arjuna's lesson, we invite you to hit like, share, and subscribe to keep the conversation alive. Reflective question. What is one goal you have recently been distracted by? How can you refocus your energy on the task itself rather than results alone? Chapter 3, the Stoic shield turning pain into power. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, ruling a vast empire, faced constant criticism, conspiracies, and the knowledge that death was inevitable. Yet in his solitary moments he recorded Meditations, a journal of Stoic wisdom crafted to strengthen inner resolve. The emperor's most powerful practice was turning the hardships of empire into opportunities to cultivate virtue. Stoic thought teaches that the only thing fully within our control is our assent to impressions. When Aurelius faced an attack, he didn't react with rage, he measured and responded with calm, noting that a tyrant's power lies only in the illusion of control. Today, we can use a simple shield exercise. Whenever criticism or setback arises, pause and ask, does this belong to my inner sphere or is it outside my influence? If it is outside, let it go. Then channel the energy into a constructive action, a supportive email, a skill refinement, or a self-care moment. By converting emotional disturbance into purposeful action, the storm loses its capacity to wound. Additionally, adopt the nightly review. Read a Stoic excerpt, such as Epictetus, "The obstacle is the way," to remember that adversity is the path to growth. Conclusion. Aurelius' shield didn't block the world. It refracted it, allowing only what could truly influence him to shape his life. Call to action. If Marcus Aurelius' resilience struck a chord within you, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing so we can continue building your inner shield together. Reflective question. When faced with criticism or failure, what is the first impulse, and how could you redirect it into productive action? Chapter 4. Victory in Adversity, the Charioteer's Wisdom. The story of Yudhishthira, the eldest of the Pandavas, reflects the delicate balance between duty and morality. In a battle where his army faced its fiercest enemy, Yudhishthira's steadfastness was guided by deep ethical convictions, an echo of Vedic and Stoic principles woven together. When confronted with a moral quandary during the war, Yudhishthira chose not to compromise his integrity, even at immense personal cost. He reminds us that victory is not the conquest of the battlefield, but the triumph of the ethical heart. To operationalize this in today's world, implement the morality check. Before you act, whether in a negotiation, a management decision, or a casual comment, pause and ask, does this align with my highest values? If the answer is no, seek an alternative. This simple ritual will prevent you from making short-sighted choices that cost long-term respect. Furthermore, practice the reflection pause. After a significant decision, spend 10 minutes journaling the emotional, ethical, and practical dimensions of the outcome, ensuring that the final product is not just effective, but also honest. Conclusion. Yudhishthira's example teaches that ethical conviction steadies us amid chaos, enabling real triumph beyond mere victory. Call to action. If Yudhishthira's courage has resonated, please like, share, and subscribe to deepen your exploration of virtuous action. Reflective question. Can you recall a recent decision where your values were tested? How did you navigate the choice, and what might you change for next time? Chapter 5. From Myth to Mindset, Your Own Inner Hero. We have traveled from Hercules' labors to Arjuna's arrows, from Aurelius' Stoic shield to Yudhishthira's ethical chariot. The common thread: each figure faced a world of overwhelming forces, yet emerged triumphant by mastering self-control, purpose, and virtue. To become that inner hero, practice the hero's daily cycle. 1 morning focus. Set a micro goal that aligns with your larger mission. 2 midday reflection. Assess your actions against your values, adjusting as needed. 3 evening wisdom. Read a short passage from a philosopher or scripture that resonates, letting it seep into your subconscious. With this rhythm, the ancient lessons become daily habits, turning myth into muscle. Conclusion. The gods and sages of old did not differ from our world in their struggle. They simply adopted strategies, Stoic discipline, and Vedic clarity that we can apply as readily today. Call to action. If this journey has sparked the champion within you, hit like, share this story with someone seeking guidance, and subscribe to stay inspired. Reflective question. Which of the 5 hero traditions, Hercules, Arjuna, Marcus Aurelius, Yudhishthira, or your own story, will you choose as your guide today and why? Philosophy Spotlight, Stoicism. Stoicism is the ancient Greek-Roman philosophy that encourages mastery over one's own mind, a disciplined, resilient mindset that thrives amid chaos. Unlike external teachings that emphasize change in the world, Stoicism focuses inward. Control what you can, accept what you cannot. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, embodied Stoicism in his reign and in his private notes, Meditations. He reminds us that the universe's events are indifferent, but our reaction is not. By aligning our judgment with reality, we do not let circumstances dictate our peace. 3 key lessons for modern life. 1. The dichotomy of control. Recognize that emotions arise from judgment. Every external event is neutral, only your appraisal is active. 2. Negative visualization. Once a month, imagine losing what you cherish. The exercise strengthens gratitude and prepares you for loss, enabling calmness when adversity strikes. 3. Memento mori. Remembering mortality sharpens purpose and urgency. Apply it by reviewing daily priorities, ensuring that time spent is meaningful. These lessons resonate with the overarching theme, the courage to confront inner demons. By mastering your mental responses, you free yourself from the tyranny of emotions and cultivate a steady, purposeful life. How to integrate. Start morning journal with a Stoic quote. During stress, pause and evaluate the control hierarchy. End each day with a moment of gratitude for moments you endured. Final thought. Stoicism equips you with a shield that does not block the wind but changes your weather. When coupled with Vedic discipline, focus, detachment, and purpose, you acquire a compass that points straight toward mastery of self, victory over inner demons, and a life of authentic triumph. Closing thank you. Thank you for journeying with Hercules, Arjuna, Marcus Aurelius, Yudhishthira, and yourself. May the Stoic courage and Vedic focus you've learned become your habits, turning every day into a new labor, a new focused arrow, a new shield, a new charioteer's moral decision, and ultimately, a new victory. If you found this script helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more ancient wisdom turned modern mastery. Happy conquering!